Well, they haven't been exactly everything that she's led us to believe they were. For example, this COVID test story that doesn't seem to go away because it does give all the appearance of a pay-to-play situation. Your thoughts on her and on that and the lack of noise about it?
Well, she is corrupt, and I never thought it would be possible to have a worse governor than Andrew Cuomo. I dubbed him the worst governor in America, and boy, did that fit like a glove. But Kathy Hochul is achieving that unbelievable achievement, which is she's even worse than Governor Cuomo. The pay-to-play scheme is corruption that Albany Democrats, unfortunately, have become known for. So your listeners should know that Kathy Hochul's, one of her high-dollar donors, got a sweetheart deal with the state up to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars, and New York State overpaid for those COVID tests. There are other states who went into deals with this company that paid far, far less. So it was a sweetheart deal. It's definitely pay to play, and there needs to be an investigation into this corruption. I support Lee Zeldin, who is hammering this issue, because New Yorkers deserve to know that they have a corrupt single-party Albany Democrat rule, and ultimately it's taxpayers who are footing the bill for this corruption. Kathy Hochul has endorsed my downstate Democrat opponent, and he's trying to hide that endorsement from his website, but the reality is he campaigned with Kathy Hochul. He embraces her endorsement. He's appeared at her with events, and it's one of the reasons why he is going to lose by significant margins, because in my district in upstate New York in the North Country, we don't support Kathy Hochul, and we don't support her downstate Democrat political allies.
Well, there's an argument to be made that she doesn't support you guys either, because this farm OT bill that we've been talking about for a while now, I don't know any farmer that says great. I don't know anyone in the North Country says, yeah, this is good news for us. And yet, while we've been saying for a while this makes no sense, it's going to happen, and the OT is going to be lowered from 60 to 40.
What's really sad about how Kathy Hochul ran that process is she completely ignored farmers. And, you know, New York is a huge agricultural state. We are an agriculture powerhouse. And in my district, agriculture is the backbone of our economy. I spent the time, as I always do, hearing firsthand from farmers, speaking out on their behalf. I've attended many, many public events to try to shed light and really try to make Kathy Hochul and downstate Democrats listen to the concerns of upstate farmers who grow and produce our food and feed the state and the world and the country. So this is just another example where Kathy Hochul is selling out to radical far-left Democrats, and it hurts everyday New Yorkers. Not only does it hurt the farmers, but it also hurts the laborers. The laborers come here to work. They want those hours, and now they're going to look to Vermont and Pennsylvania, which don't have these very punitive rules. And the reality is that you go to a dairy farm, you go to an apple orchard, you go to specialty crops, those apples, the cows, and the crops don't work on a 40-hour work week. When they are ready to be picked, or the cows need to be milked, they need to be milked, and the crops need to be picked. So it is just anti-agriculture. And I'll tell you what, Democrats who were silent, who try to pretend to be moderate Democrats, they only waited until after the fact to speak out against this new rule. We needed their voices beforehand, but they're so petrified of Kathy Hochul, and they're so in bed, frankly, with the corrupt Albany Democrats. It's just a shame, and New Yorkers are going to suffer as a result of this.